An Aleph Aeronautics Model A became the world's first flying car to receive FAA flight certification. It has a $300,000 price tag. The Model A is all electric. It has a 200-mile driving range plus a 110-mile flight range. Production expected to start in 2025, intended to be delivered shortly after. The company is also developing a four-person Model Z, if you're wondering, with a 300-mile flying range. Joining us to discuss this breakthrough in travel, Jim Duchovny, CEO of Aleph Aeronautics. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much.
Can you explain how the Model A works? How can it be driven on roads and then leap into the air?
Sure. So Aleph flying car works as a regular car, as a regular electric vehicle. It's 100% electric. You can drive it on the car as you would drive any car, and then it vertically takes off. It vertically takes off because there is a DEP, distributed electric propulsion, which means 8 separate propulsion systems, which can give you up in the air. Once it's up in the air, that's a video which you're showing right now, it rotates on its side because it needs wings as an air structure. So the passenger side becomes the top wing, and the driver's side becomes at the bottom wing. And that's how it flies. That being said, you're more than welcome to drive vertically up, fly forward, and then take down without any turning at all. Depends on your use case scenario. The reason you need to tilt is because if you need a range. If you need to go long distance, like more than 100 miles, you probably want to go in airplane mode.
So you don't have to fly sideways.
You don't have to fly sideways, but exactly as in CGI holds. Basically, what you'd want to do is want to skip traffic. You want to skip any terrain which is on your way. The idea is you want to not get stuck in the traffic.
I'm just trying to understand, because obviously this is such a novel concept. I'm looking at these images and it looks like the car is really on its side, moving through the air. Am I like this as I'm flying the entire time, or am I upright as I take to the skies?
That's a good question. That's a good question. So the cabin itself is tilting. So you're always sitting parallel to the ground, always, right?
Okay.
So when the car is tilting, you are not.
That is good news for those of us who are severely motion sick already in a car. That's good to know.
That's definitely good news. Moreover, you're probably more stable in a car because it's a gimbaled cabin.
Okay.
It's similar to the device where you have like in your camera, right?
Sure.
Which means you're absolutely perfectly stable.
When can we expect these on the road?
That's a good question. So first of all, just clearing something. So we got the very limited certifications for very limited purposes and very limited areas where we can use it. That's number one. Number two, it's a precursor to Model A, which got certified. So there may be still a while until everything is going to be approved and it's going to be on your road. We hope to start production in 2025. Hopefully something in US, maybe outside US. But this is what we're targeting. It all depends on it all depends on engineering, on legal, on many different factors. But we're trying to get it to you as soon as possible and making sure it's safe and good.
I hear that. And we're almost out of time, but very last question. Will you need a pilot's license for this? Just a regular driver's license? How does that work?
The short answer is we don't know. Probably you will not, because if you can tell, and not a lot of people can, between the right, left, up, and down, you should be good.
Okay, Jim Duchovny, we appreciate your time. Thanks so much for joining us.